And now comes the part where I relieve you, the little people, of the burden of your failed and useless lives. But as my plastic surgeon always said, if you gotta go, go with a smile.
Hi, this is Michael Uslan. You're listening to Batman on Film.
Talking about the tales where the shadows crawl. Chapter by chapter, we've covered it all. From the capes and cows to the darkest night. Every film, every fight, a fancy light. Turn the page, Gotham's glory awaits. Batman on film, where legends create. Oh, we ride through the Gotham skies. From the bat's rise to the villain's eyes. Turn the reels, where the story is right. A Batman on film, the legends alive. Break down the madness, scene by scene, where the city's pulse and dark dreams convene. From the old to the new, the saga unfolds. A vigilante sail in the echoing cold. Step into Gotham where justice earns. Through words and whispers, the bat returns. Oh, we ride through the Gotham skies. From the bat's rise to the villain's eyes. Turn the reels where the story is bright. I'm Batman on film, the legends alive. Pages turn as the saga unfolds. Join the journey in this timeless quest. Batman on film stands above the rest. Oh, we ride through the Gotham skies. From the bat's rise to the villain's eyes. Turn the reels where the story is bright. I'm Batman on film, the legends alive.
You're listening to Batman on Film, chapter by chapter, Batman 89. This is episode 15. We are hitting time code 13514 to 14625. So queue up your VHS/DVD players/Laserdisc players, or if you're watching this on your iPad, like my good buddy Ryan Lauer, just tap into those numbers. But this is Batman on Film Legacy host. I am a Legacy member. I don't know about you, Lauer, but I'm a Legacy guy. Me and Garrett, I guess, are now in the Legacy of the echelons of Batman on Film. Justin Kowalski is my name, and I am excited to jump back here into Batman 89. Ryan, how are you doing?
WXYZ. Bam, 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 bam. I'm doing good, Justin. It's good to talk to you, my friend, and good to see your face and see the words come out of your face, because usually I just read your words in a text message. So
there you go.
Good to see them coming out of your mouth.
They're here. Text bubbles.
They're here.
And let me just get the what do they call it? The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
I know. I know it's late. Trying to catch up on these chapter by chapters. I've been just incredibly busy, but also at the same time, I'm like, I want to finish this, and I want to finish well. So we got one more episode after this left to finish up Batman on Film chapter.
That's right.
By chapter Batman 89. So that being said, I will acknowledge that Bill is currently just plugging away on Batman Forever as they're celebrating 30 years of Batman Forever. But at the same time, I also like the slow knife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Batman 89 is still the greatest Batman film ever made, produced, in my opinion. And let's ride it out, man. Let's ride it out as long as we can. Except now we're going to wrap it up in the next 2 weeks. So we're ready to jump in. Ryan, I'm trying to remember the last time you were on chapter by chapter with me. I think it was Where Does He Get Those Wonderful Toys? I think that's the last one we did together.
Oh, man. Maybe. Yeah, because then the next one was Descent into Mystery. And
Yeah,
you and Garrett.
Yeah.
Bill, and Justin did that one. Because that was the one when when it was announced that we were all like, Descent into Mystery.
Yeah, that was a good one. So, and
Yeah.
And then Pete was like kind of faithful Pete for a while, but he ain't here today. We're entering into one of the fun times in this movie. I mean, the cool thing about breaking down this movie is like there's no bad scenes. There really isn't. Like everything, there's been something to pull out of it. Like I mean, as far as my opinion goes, I'm like, that was really good, or there was some really cool stuff to discover. But as we get into here, we're kind of it's kind of this weird section of the film where like I don't know where to break it up. So we're nearing the ending of blowing up Axis Chemicals. Batman rolls in, he drops a bomb, murders everybody. All these henchmen. I like to think they're concussion bombs, and so he didn't really kill anybody, but maybe he knocked them silly. Maybe it was like, oh, it shook them up. Maybe a couple broken arms. No one died here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Or
you're right.
I could be right. So anyway, so Batman's driving through. Any thoughts on this scene though? It was kind of cool. Like
it's an awesome scene.
Yeah.
Like I think it's really cool. And the great twist at the end is that it was remote controlled, in which we saw that earlier that he was running, earlier in the movie that he was running it remote control. So I mean, it's like, oh, that's cool and everything. And the great sound, like the music's awesome, and then that great sound as the little bomb drop, clink, 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 and then it just looks great too because it's like everything you see you can touch. That's the thing that like that Burton does well. Yes, this is, I think we can say this is like a Burton mindset. This is a producer heavy movie. Returns was Burton getting to do what he wants to do, and you and I love that movie. But anyways. Here, but like he's doing small scale models and then like big and sets and all that stuff. So I just think like, and it progresses like towards that finale of Batman's getting rid of Joker's links where he makes the Smilex. Like he's got to cut that thread. I think it's cool.
Yeah, and the previous scene was he's out there right now and I got to go to work, and this is Batman getting his work done, and it is cool. Like you said, that the remote part of it, like, because when you're first watching it, I mean, it's hard to go back to like when I first, what did I first say? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it is kind of cool. Like he shields up. You're like, oh shoot, he's gonna blow these suckers up right now. You think maybe he could have programmed the bombs, he could have dropped them and then drove off and then, boop, but instead he's like, I'm blowing these suckers up.
Yeah,
right next to the Batmobile. So lets us know that the armor of the Batmobile is very resistant. Like it's blowing that sucker up.
It's of heavier quality than the shield that you could get in the mail back in the day. I mean, little plastic piece. Here, just put this on your Batmobile. It's fine. Just going to grab his right now.
Mine's right here, bro. Look at that sucker. I can't believe.
Oh, I take that back. Never mind. That is high quality shield.
High quality plastic. But
fantastic.
At the back, it's kind of. Oh shoot! There's buddies in there.
The reveal.
Hey,
it's a 2-seater. It's got Robin in there.
Yeah, this one's a 2-seater convertible.
Marlon Wayans, Robin, yes, in the '89 Batmobile.
That's right. So, all right. So Batman blows everything up, and then I love this part. You see the belt drop right there. I don't know. That's like kind of one of those like. Some people say it's like a goof. I just think it's funny. Where Batman turns around, where Joker's like in the air, Junior Birdman, miss me, all that stuff. Batman does that really cool. He does this really great bat turn, the Keaton Batman turn. His cape's blowing, but his belt, it kind of like, it does like a little drop. I just love that. Like, I don't know why it makes me laugh.
Batman drops belts, Justin.
That's right. He drops them belts, dude. So, but such a cool look. I mean, the look Batman's giving him is just straight up, just badass Batman face, man. Love it.
It's a great Batman shot, and for scale of like, Batman standing next to the Batmobile. And many people's favorite Batmobile, beloved, period. And then it's fun of like, I think you can tell as you get older, but there's a unique, fun charm of that. First of all, Joker's marketing game is on point this whole
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And that
He's
his
inspired.
helicopter, he is, and he marks his helicopter with Joker on it. But like,
Yeah.
it's charming in how you can definitely tell now for sure. Maybe as you were a kid too, but like, it's a toy helicopter that they're just kind of moving and spinning about. But it's like, but it's a real thing. It's not like there's a charm with with that something is actually real and exists.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the scale. That's the director's job to make it film, you know, credibly, if you will. And so I that line, like with any line of Jack's in this movie, you and I didn't even have to watch this to talk
Yeah.
about it. Like, we know it. Our dirty Batman, push me. A little wave. Perfect. Wonderful.
Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good. So, all right. Well, Joker taunts Batman. He's really pissed off. It's just like, yeah, you blew up my... Joker doesn't even care that he blew up his stuff, dude. He's just like, meet me in the city. We're going to have a parade. Batman's just even more pissed. Like, dang it. I think Batman, I wonder if he was thinking like, I killed the Joker, right? Like, did I blow up his operations? Is he done? Is he like, suck?
True thought. Like, how many was he aware of? How many were in Axis or not? Did he care? Did he not? That's also like,
yeah,
I don't care.
Was it like, yeah? I mean, I don't care. Like, story wise, like, no, I got to see the parade. But was Batman trying to like, I'm gonna stop him before he even starts this parade because he's probably gonna try to poison everybody. And then that point, he's like, that face is kind of like, suck, man. I gotta keep fighting the Joker. Like, I thought I took him out.
He's like, damn, I've got to drive the Batmobile back to the Batcave and then get in the Batwing and then fly back.
Yeah, well, that's the part. Yeah. Oh, Lauer's getting ahead of the game right here. All right, so the parade starts. We hear some great Prince. We hear that Prince music, like you alluded to earlier, and this had to be the funnest thing to film because Jack is just hamming it up. He's dancing, he's moving, he's just he's smiling, he's laughing. This is like, for me, this right here is like peak Joker on film kind of stuff. Me and Pete, I think we're on the same page with like our favorite Joker on film is Jack Nicholson. I think he hits that comic book version, as far as character.
That Marshall Rogers.
He hits that, just that Joker. He's still crazy. He's dangerous, but he's just fun to watch, man. This is fun. Like, he's having a good time. You're not rooting for him, but you're like, it's fun to just take in the way he's behaving. And I think it's just perfect. And this scene is like peak Joker, man. He's dancing, laughing. He's having the best time of his life. But he's also, I'm going to kill every single one of these fools here with my gas because it's funny to me.
Do you think this scene was the most fun for Jack?
Probably, because dude, he doesn't really have to do anything but dance on a parade. Like, it's like Ferris Bueller. Like, he's like, I'm going to go out there and just have the best time. I don't know. It seems to me like, based on things I've seen with Jack Nicholson, especially when he talks about like playing the Joker, he just loved like being the Joker. Right. And the only direction here was like, all right, go have a good time, and
do you think it's because of his payday? Do you think that he's like genuinely just liked playing that Joker? Like, I had a blast with this. I get the sense he had a blast with it, and the payday
I don't know.
was just a nice cherry on top.
Well, the payday was, at this point, he had no idea what his payday was going to be because he did that back end deal. So he's hoping, this could be a really good job for me. Who knows, like, what was going on? I just think he was having just a blast in the moment here, and just throwing money now. The money, remember in the comic we did, Batman Book Club.
Yeah.
The money has Joker's face on it. And in here, I don't think they went there. Like, you don't really.
A bugaboo of this. Because A, it's funny. 2, it reverts back to the joke that he made with Vicky.
Yeah.
And then 3, like, it's funny.
Yeah.
Man, I just feel like that's like a missed opportunity. And I was trying to remember that if in the comic, if it did actually show his face on the $1 bill.
It did.
And I just don't, all the all they had to do is just make just one, and do a close up on it. That's it.
Yeah.
And then everything else can be as is. And that's like, it's one
Yeah.
thing that I think, what could have made this movie better? And I'm like, that little joke would have just been like, moved the needle just a little bit, because that'd just been great.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, well, I agree with you, because it's a double kill, because everyone thinks they're gonna get rich, right? So they're fighting over these dollar bills, whatever, and grabbing them all. And then on top of that, they're gassed, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, both things can be like funny to me, like, or like, it is real money, but I'm gonna kill them. So all that was for nothing. So both jokes work for me. So it is fun. So it's just a wild time. Like, look at him, and look how dumb people in Gotham are. Like, the Joker's giving money. This is cool, right? Like,
no strings attached, right?
Yeah, didn't he just kill all these people on the TV? Well, that has to be connected to him, right?
The news is reporting that he's the reason you have not been able to bathe.
Yeah,
for quite a while. But let's run to him because we need that money. And that's where your boy Knox is right on point of like, Gotham's greed. It's like, that's a good headline, because that's true.
Yeah,
exactly. These dummies.
And that's such a great commentary on just people in general. Like, if greed
wins,
greed gets in the way, like
it really does.
I know I can die, but man, if I can snatch up like $37 in the street,
as far as they're one. So he's like, man, I could get a big payday. I got $9.
Yeah, people are fighting. Yeah, and the best,
pick me.
Yeah, and so anyway, that you're right. Knox comes out, Gotham's greed. He's ready. He's always hunting down his Pulitzer. Vicky, there's that scene where she's trying to get a shot of Joker. Mm-hmm. And like there's some box blocking him, and the goons are just dancing. The extras, the extra goons, they're so great, man. They're dancing too. They're just having the best time. That would be the role. Like, I was like, a goon extra.
Yeah,
and why didn't they make those action figures?
I'm just here with like Bob, good old Bob, there on the float right next to Joker, and he's just trash bag, and his face is so genuine on the back and forth, and he's just leaning back and forth with that Prince beat. What's the best Prince song played in this movie to you?
Played in the movie?
Yes.
Okay, those are two different questions. So I'm gonna say Party Man still the best. That whole scene,
I agree,
is hilarious. I mean, it's just perfect. And I know there's like, we get the final package, and I know Burton didn't want it or whatever, but what are you gonna do? You can't stop the movie machine, right?
Yeah.
I think it punctuates really well, and so it just makes me laugh. But
Party Man for me also. But now, as far as the album, which one do you think's the best?
Oh, Bat Dance, dude. Bat Dance is so good, dude. Like, it's just because it reminds me of that summer, though, man. And the cool thing about it, there's a lot of the dialogue in that song are different takes. They're different takes than the dialogue that's in the movie.
Oh yeah.
So so when you listen to it, you're like, oh, it's like not cleaned up. It's very raw. So different takes, and so it almost feels like, oh, there's some alternate deleted scenes in this song. So
it's Party Man all the way for me. Lawrence, but Trust is good. Like that's a great beat. I think it's just like a really great, like, hard, like, beat in both songs that really gets me. And then I think and now it can just be because this is what I've known since I saw this movie so long ago, but like, it's a perfect song for this moment.
Oh yeah,
like, perfect. It's just perfect.
It's great. It's this is one of Prince's best records too. Like, in my opinion, like, I think it ranks up there with everything that he's done. I mean, I don't know how much of the Prince catalog
as it's Batman.
Yeah, but the fact that he did it so quick, man, like he did it in like I think
he's inspired.
Yeah, I'm so glad it was Prince and not Michael Jackson, because that was like the rumor at first too.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that wouldn't have worked. Prince, I think he hits the weird side of Batman well, and his Party Man character was great, like, because it was that split version of Batman and Joker. So he got the assignment, and he's like, I'm going to go all in on this, and so he was the right artist. He was the right artist. So the other song I like a lot is in the end credits, "Scandalous." That's a good one too.
Yeah.
So
I think Prince knew what he was doing.
Yeah, Prince knew. He was like, And he actually looked great when he was in the Joker makeup, like that half Joker makeup. He actually looked to me like Brian Boland Joker. Like he kind of.
I feel like when I saw that, I thought that he was playing Two-Face. I was like 3 and 4 years old. But like I just know, like as a kid, before I could like really know what was happening, I saw that and I thought it was like Two-Face. How did I know about Two-Face? I don't know, but I did.
Because you're a true fan, bro.
That's right.
True fan. All right, so Joker, he's parading, he's having a good time, he's sending money to people, and now this is the coolest thing ever. Like, why does Batman have this? I don't know. Batman shows up in the Batwing, and you're just like, what is this?
Yeah,
it's so cool. And like at that point, did Batman even know? Did he have to go all the way back home? Which it looks like,
he did.
Right? Yeah, he's all, damn it.
Yeah.
He turned this thing around, go back home, and he's like, I'm going to need my plane, I think. Which I don't know why he knew that, but he's Batman, and that's all that works. That's all I need to know. And so you get this really great shot of Gotham City. Again, my favorite Gotham City on in film. Like I just can't shake the designs from this film. I just think it evokes what Batman and Gotham City should always look like.
It'd be one of those things for someone, and Bill's an easy go-to, but like another one that was somebody else that was an adult at the time seeing this, and to pick their brain, because you and I, it's like this was our exposure, this is what we grew up with for the most part. Like, so that's just automatically going to have a bigger placement in your, like, make a bigger impression on you.
Yeah.
Whereas someone who watched years and years of the 60s series and the movie and stuff, and then got exposed to this, what was their impression? Do they still hold up of like, this is such a good Gotham City, or what, where they can almost have it approach a little more open-minded, where I feel like we are roughly like just attached to this because it's what we knew, it's what we grew up with.
Yeah. I mean, that's the big reason why it does. It just hits me like that. But and it's hard. Like, I don't really have any other people to interview except my kids. But this is kind of what they have attributed. Like my youngest, he loves Batman 89. They both do, but like Oliver,
good boys.
He's 12, and he's like, oh, Batman 89 looks the best. And he's seen he hasn't seen, I don't think he's seen Dark Knight Rises, but he's seen some of the Dark Knight, like portions of it. And this is still like, this just feels like Batman Dad. So I'm like, okay, can't argue with that. I mean, he's seen the Batman. He's seen some stuff from, I think he's seen BVS now. I'm trying to remember. And so this is like what he thinks is like, this is still like, looks like the best. So I'm like, okay, standards. So from the mouth of babes.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? But yeah, I just love this Gotham. It just looks so congested. And anyway, so we got this really great line from the Joker where he's kind of coming clean with everybody. Now comes the time where I leave you, the little people of your failed and useless life. The burden of your failed and useless lives. And you're like, no one's ever really, is anyone even paying attention?
No.
Right? Yeah.
More money. More money. Yeah. Give me $3.
Yeah. Can I get some of those dollars, please? And the whole point where's the Batman? He's at home.
He's at home washing his tights.
It's such another great line for Jack Nicholson, man. I don't know how much of it was actually written or he kind of, ad-libbed. I don't know, man. It's just such a freaking this great line. They did such a great job with the dialogue.
It's a definitely top 10 lines of this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd make top 5. Like I honestly don't know. Maybe it's obvious that it would. Maybe it'd be closer to 10. I don't know. But I think it's definitely one we hear in our nerd circles all the time. Something where, hey, where's Batman? Where something Batman, and it's a question, and there's always a response of it. He's at home washing his tights.
He's at home washing his tights. And another thing I would like to say about the dialogue in this film is it's not really dated. It's pretty timeless. Like there isn't like a reference in the dialogue. Now there's things that they're doing like the, what is it?
Some of the TVs you see, it's like,
TVs and like, she's doing research on the old film, whatever those things are in the library. But other than that, the dialogue, you can say that stuff now and it wouldn't feel, it wouldn't feel. I mean, it's corny because it's the Joker, but it wouldn't feel out of character for the Joker to say that, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so this is good. Now he's getting ready. All right, guys, everybody get ready. They're gonna start gassing everybody. And
Well, first of all, a line I've always wanted there. Winged battle flies through the night and finds me waiting.
Hey y'all, it's Bill Ramey, founder of Batman on Film. Let's take a quick pause in this podcast for these words from our sponsor.
I've never been a massive fan of that line.
really,
Yeah. Because I just don't know is he like, call me dumb. It's fine. Is he quoting something? Because
I don't know.
for how he's acted this whole movie, and he says that seems just like it stands out to me
Huh?
as like, oh, that doesn't sound anything like he's been talking this entire movie.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like it's poetry too, I guess, and how it's phrased and what he's saying, and it seems like it's not a correct sentence. Winged battle flies through the night and finds me waiting.
Yeah. It's definitely. I'm looking it up right now. It's not a quote from anything. It does sound very. It sounds poetic, you know.
Yeah,
It sounds something.
winged bat plane, winged, fighter, winged something. But it's almost like, and this is getting really nerdy, and I'm not some kind of like English major, but it sounds like adjective verb, and adjective is supposed to go to like a noun, like because it's describing a thing. It's like winged battle. What? I don't know. I've just never been a massive fan of that line.
Yeah. I think it comes from Joker. Like, he sees himself as an artist, right? He's the world's first fully functioning homicidal artist, right? He does have he has an appreciation for that world, right? Like, it wasn't like he was just making stuff up. So as he was going through, Vicky's, her stuff, her photo journal, like, he's looking at it, he's criticizing it, crap. So there is a side of him that seems to be well versed on the arts, and so some of that might be creeping. I mean, I'm building this based off what they've given us, but it sounds to me like him leaning into his artistic side, but it's still goofy. It's because it's like there's the bat plane, and he's taking a serious approach, it sounds very Spanish, right? Like, winged battle flies through the night and finds me ready. Like, he's just being dramatic Joker, like. To me, it works. Like, he's just ready. He's ready for the battle.
I'm an outlier. It's okay.
No. I mean, I get it. To me, it works. The only thing that doesn't work for me is how these balloons expand. I'm like, oh, I thought they would shrink as the air pushes out. I don't know. Tell me the science here. I don't know. I don't understand.
I don't know. I hated science. So
but the gas is pushing out, but these things are expanding. So, and Vicky finds out because Vicky's smart. She's watching. He's gonna kill everybody. We got that. We knew that when he made the threat. Like, he's gathering everybody. If you're doing the math, that's why Batman's there. Like, he's gonna kill everybody. I gotta take this guy out. Like, we don't trust a Joker to gather the entire city downtown to just bless him with money. So.
I love to give us a little bit more like Batwing time too and just more like scope of Gotham or whatever. I do love just like the fly through, because that also is so Batman of like, he's taking inventory. I got to do a fly through. It's the balloons, the gas, blah, blah, blah. And that's when he's going to swoop back around. And now he knows what's going on, or how to stop it.
He's thinking, okay, well, I do have that like balloon clipper I put on here. Good job, Alfred.
Yeah. Oh, good job, Alfred. I wasn't going to do that, but you said, sir, I think we need that.
Yeah.
There might be some balloons.
So now that the gas is released and people are starting to hit the ground fast, man, it's effective because there's already a guy who, they're grabbing the money and they're sniffing it to try to like create a filter. There's this dude that hits the windshield on Knox's car. That one's crazy because you can see him
scared me as a kid.
Yeah, he's like, ah, and Apparently, all you need
He-
is a little painter's mask to block the gas.
I would say, give him green hair, white makeup on the face, and he'd be a decent Joker just based on that look. Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
dude looked like a
Yeah.
creepy
Could've done it.
dude. Scared me. Scared
Oh,
little
man.
Ryan.
Dude, the Batwing is so cool, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I always wonder why they didn't call it the Bat Plane, because
Yeah.
you would have thought, hey, it's the Bat Plane, but I like it. I like the name Batwing.
I can't remember, but the first image of it when we're sideways, sideways with it.
Mhm.
Oh no, because I guess it did kind of lean right away. So you did get the tease at first of like this is in the shape of the bat symbol,
Yeah.
and then you get that payoff of like, hey, in case you didn't catch our wink, wink, here's the bat symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dug that Batwing too. Got the Lego of it too, which gave me my Lego Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
buddy.
this guy who falls, this goon who falls and just destroys his back going through like the.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
sign.
doesn't that even now, like
Ugh.
as you get older, you're like, oh man, that would hurt so bad.
Yeah. It's such an 80s stunt like thing to show.
Yeah.
It's like so unnecessary, but I mean he hits that, he flips,
It's
he
necessary.
lands on top of the action news and that thing blows
Yeah.
up. So
I like the and like when Joker said about masks and it tells the goons and it cuts to the two guys and the one guy is like masks and the guy next to him goes ah! he's supposed to say all right or whatever, and they must have just done one take and he just remembered his line because
it's like ah! All right. So Vicky, she's driving. I guess now the gas doesn't affect anybody anymore because Knox lost his mask. So that's the part where I'm like, is the gas working? Is it not working? But I guess she knocked him out big time. And so yeah, now we're getting to the scene that you just alluded to. I love a nice visual payoff, and Batman's collecting the balloons and all that stuff, clink, 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 clink. But then as soon as he releases those suckers, these balloons are actually pretty fun too. I like the big baby face one. That's a total Burton looking thing, and Joker's pissed off because why didn't anybody tell him he had one of those things, right?
One of those things.
But he did. I mean, winged battle. Like, okay, great shot of the Batwing. It's such a goofy thing. Like, you have this cool freaking plane, this big black plane flying through the city with all these goofy balloons like being dragged behind it. It's such a cool visual, man. Like, that's why it's cool to like break these scenes down, because something you might have just seen and didn't really like give it a second thought. Slowing it down, I'm like, dude, that is cool. Like the idea and the ridiculousness of like a Batman who has a plane that looks like his chest symbol, collecting all of these goofy like pumpkin clowns, baby face like looking balloons, and it's such a crazy, it's just iconic, man, the whole thing. So yeah, Joker's pissed, and this scene where he's so mad that no one told him about this. He gets it from Bob, good old Bob.
Bob.
Like, yeah, man. Like, whatever you need, boss.
Loyal till the end.
Just shoots him, man.
Ugh, Bob.
Yeah. And people are still
miss you,
climbing
Bob.
on the float trying to get money. Look at, they're just still there trying to stuff money in their pockets. So
Gotham's
I don't
greed.
know. Yeah.
It
Who's
exists.
this new guy? Bill?
I don't know. I didn't.
We'll
like
call him
though.
Bill in honor of Bill Ramey. You guys, Bill. Bill the Goon.
He just he grabbed the pistol. Pew pew pew.
Yeah. So now Batman, instead of getting things done, he's like, I'm gonna show them the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Boom.
This movie needs an enema. And he provides this image that I don't know if today. Do you think today people would roll their eyes?
I hope not. I think sometimes people, they do. I don't know. Like I said, I appreciate a good like visual.
I
like,
wonder if movie going has gotten more cynical.
Sometimes,
I think,
dumb.
where
Depends.
it's just like this is great.
Yeah.
I grew up with this though. I did.
Yeah.
But this is like, man, this is one of the images of the movie.
Yeah.
This is the cover of the score. Like that's a great image. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I there's times where you just, what's the tone of the film? Would this work in? I don't think it would work in something like The Dark Knight, right?
Correct.
I mean, it could have. I don't know. It's hard.
Kind
Like, he
of.
didn't have a vehicle that made sense. Like if the bat would have thrown, it just would have looked like, you know.
I
it
mean, in
wouldn't
a
have
weird
looked like-
way, he did it with Falcone and Begins.
You're 100%
You
right,
know?
and that
I'm-
was cool.
Yeah, and it totally worked within the movie. And then they didn't do something in this vein at all in the next two movies, which is completely fine because it's like, hey, we
Yeah.
did do it. It's to create the symbol, and then
Yeah,
went from there. But
yeah.
also, like the bat and the tumbler don't make a bat symbol. Like they don't. So
Yeah.
it definitely wouldn't work. It's like there's some like a
Well,
blob in the sky.
I think, and I think there was an interview with the guy who, what's his name, Corabaldi or whatever, who
Chris
helped design
Corabaldi.
yeah. He actually said something about the spoilers on the back of the tumbler that he was hoping that it evoked like a bat look,
Mhm.
and I think it was actually almost like sad that people didn't pick up on that. You know, it was like it's very subtle. I mean, it's not as in your face as like these. You know, these are bat shapes, right? The
Mhm.
scallops and everything on the end of the Batmobile and the shape of the Batwing. But anywho, yeah, I'm all for cool visual shots. Sometimes you're like, that's what movies are. They're visual, and you have to do things that hit your eye and like, oh, that was really cool that they did that, right?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense that Batman did it, right?
Yeah,
he-
sure, Dad. We're just not
you know,
meant to understand because Batman's not gonna lay it all out for us.
yeah, but it's almost like, oh shoot, he's coming. And he had to get some distance to get ready to blow Joker away with all his missiles, and
Yeah.
So, but this part is okay. So this is cool. Joker standing in front of the float, the 200's behind him, and he's like taunting Batman, like, come on, and just knowing like the balls. He doesn't care if he dies here. He's just
You
like,
gruesome son of a bitch.
yeah, and then
Son of a bitch.
you son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Every Batman film needs to have a franchise needs
Son
to
of
have
a
that.
bitch.
So Batman's ready, and this is like, come on, Batman's all prepped, ready to fire
Yeah.
some rockets. Takes out the goons. Doesn't work on Joker, and
Nope.
I love how his face just lights up, and nothing. But this part is so freaking great, where he pulls out that giant gun. Such a great gag, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's just. I just remember seeing that and laughing, and my dad, that wouldn't work. my dad was just like, that would not work. You know,
Dad, you're ruining my childhood here. Don't say that.
I know, but he did. He was just,
It's hilarious. It's perfectly on point for Joker. He's been operating this whole time with a massive gun in his pants. I know how
Yeah.
that sounds.
Hey!
But like it's great. And I used to
Yeah.
have these pajama pants, these flannel pajama pants, as in like a decade ago. That I just called my Joker pants because they looked like his pants in this scene. But I remember even as a kid, I always thought it was funny, and I distinctly remember one time this was on prime time. It was one of their movies. I don't remember what night of the week it was. It was on, NBC, ABC, CBS, one of them. And it was at like this part. And it was already like getting late. And so then my parents were like, you have to go to bed. And I'm like, but no, I need to see how this. I'd already seen the movie, like 40 times. But I was like, I need to see how it ends. We'll tell you how it ends. You need to go to bed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Batman just got shot down.
I know. So the one thing. Sorry, that's really sucky to like to have to go to bed. I remember that stuff. Your parents would be like, "All right, time to go." We're like,
Yep.
"Are you kidding me? There's like 5 minutes
Justin,
left."
I'd already seen the movie a lot,
I know.
but for some reason, I have to finish it now that it's on TV.
Yeah. So this Batwing being taken down scene is like, I love how Joker kind of follows it with his head. There's like he shoots and he kind of does this like he's watching it go down, and you get kind of the 80s shaking the cockpit, but like you can really tell that this is a model at this point, like all the cars, and it's the one part that not that when it hits the ground first, but there's a part where it's like going up towards the cathedral and they pull back.
Yeah.
And it's these little cars, they they look like models, man. It's the only part I'm like, oh, that's definitely models, but whatever.
I'm with you.
Fine.
Also, and I won't. If anybody else is like, it's a part. I just don't care. Sometimes I
Yeah.
just don't care. And
Yeah.
again, it's like it's charming.
The magic of movies is what it is for me.
Yeah, and I don't care. I like it. I think it's fun. Okay.
Yeah. So Batman, he just crashed, and he's dead. He's gone. And Vicky is like, she didn't look really well. She's kind of
something that always I don't know why, but it's because it's Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
But like as she's running toward it, and you just hear her heels, and then like I just remembered that bit of the score. Like there's just moments in this movie, because when you've seen something so much, you start to like focus on the layered parts of it, and the one is obviously the music, and it's like it's I don't know. So I even listened to it and rewatching this part for us, and I just just laughed, and I was wait for it, clap clap clap. Ridiculous.
You're right.
Doesn't matter, but it's I don't know. It's what I remember.
I mean, we've talked about his score throughout this entire film, but it's still worth mentioning. He did a great job. Like he did something that's gonna live on forever, and I think it's actually eclipsed the '60s. Na 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 na. I think people just that. It's Batman as much as Williams is Superman. This is Batman.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and in its entirety, like this was the first score that made me start to like actually pay attention to movie scores. And it would be a thing of like hearing it. I remember as a kid and saying, "Oh, at this music's playing. This is what's happening in the movie with this, with this music and stuff." And it is out of it's my favorite score of any movie of all time. Because it is complete. It's the one that I can like. I go to it on on iTunes, and I'm just like shuffle, and I don't touch it. Just let it play.
Yeah, it's so great. So great. All right, so Joker is ready to take Vicky up to the top, and he's making that call to his guys. Meet me up there. And
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5. Better make it 10.
Make it
10. And it's kind of funny because and we'll probably get into this in the next one. I'm sorry, buddy, you won't be here for the next one, but
it's okay. You got a good guy coming in for it.
Joker and Vicky enter, and last thing that we see is Batman rising.
The Dark Knight Rises? Is that what you're saying, Justin? It's all connected.
It is connected. And he's like, that's why my voice sounds like this now. I injured it. I crashed it. But yeah, so they're headed up to the for the final battle, and Batman's a little bruised, but as the trading card said, bruised but unbeaten.
That's Batman, baby. Woo!
He looks cool. Batman looks cool, and he's got cuts all over his face. Just like
he does.
Nothing stops him, man. Except Bane.
Because he's Batman.
He's Batman.
Because he's Batman. It's that simple.
Yeah. So what a great 10 minutes of this film. So much great, like iconic things. The parade, the Batwing, those elements are just key, like cinematic Batman.
It's a pivotal scene.
Yeah, but there's so much good stuff, like the Joker dialogue in this scene.
Yeah.
Him dancing on the parade on the float, like his plan kind of coming together, like I'm gonna poison all of these fools.
Yeah.
And there's really no reason for it except he's just crazy. That's his crazy idea. This is gonna piss off Batman. It's gonna be fun for me. Ha 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 ha. What's next? Me and Batman are gonna fight in the street, like, because I think Joker, he has this, he's got his obsession with Batman, right? But he also has this like death wish of like, I don't really care what happens next, right? I don't really have a plan. That's kind of like, he just wakes up and does stuff. So his only plan is to mess with Batman. Whatever happens, if he dies, okay, I'm ready to die. If I live, I'll keep doing some other nonsense. I'll do another parade, right? Or I'll put smiles on fish, whatever I think is funny tomorrow. Yeah. Like, but give me some final thoughts, Ryan.
Final thoughts. I do enjoy the bicentennial celebration
Yeah.
parade that Joker is giving. I think it's just misunderstood. He's just celebrating Gotham City.
Yeah.
The mayor didn't want to have a celebration. And Joker's like, what? These people deserve it. They deserve a parade. They deserve free money. And then they deserve a hallucinogen, you know?
Mhm.
I dig this scene. It's great. It's a display. It's in a sense almost like the Joker Batman relationship. A good representation of it. Of Joker is the one that's out there, flamboyant,
Yeah.
and fun, and like, woo! Look at all eyes on me. And he's the one evil, doing bad shit to people. Meanwhile, Batman, he's dark, he's scary, he's in the background, maneuvering to save the day. Like,
Yeah.
that's like what Joker and Batman do. That's why they are like the best, best couple.
Mano y mano.
Mano y mano, yes. And I just think it's so much fun to watch Jack Nicholson in this. And then you get some cool payoffs with Batman, with the Batmobile, with a cool turn, his belt dropping. You get the Batwing up in the moon.
Right.
And yeah, it's a fun scene.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything about this scene is great. If I had a criticism, it's, if I'm the Monday morning quarterback, I wish they did show more people being affected by the gas, like some more people with the grin. But that's like a minor complaint. It's not even really a complaint. It's just it'd been cool to see more people like
with this, with this gas, because you had, it was put on display. The newswoman, she starts giggling, and then her face goes, and the big smile. Whereas here, people are just falling over.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that have been a little bit creepier if everybody's falling over and they're just giggle, like this like rise of kind of creepy laughter, and then they start fading or something like that. Is maybe an inconsistency there, but also
is it the same gas that's in when he's in the Flugelheim? Because they just all passed out and died.
That's true. Right? Yeah.
So I don't know. Like she said, it's Smilex gas. Smilex gas causes you to what?
That's consistent.
What is Smilex gas? Because that's the thing. The Smilex in the underarm deodorant and all that stuff causes you to like freaking laugh.
The hygienic combination is what messes with the muscles, and then so the gas just takes them out. So
I don't know.
It's fair. It's fair. No, it's fair.
Plot holes. Come on.
No, I said this, and you're like, know your place, Lauer. This directly relates to earlier in the movie, right before descent into mystery. That's true.
So, all right. Well, I am grateful that you joined us here for Batman.
I'm grateful you invited
chapter
me.
By chapter, Batman 89, episode 15.
Penultimate episode.
That's right. We're setting ourselves up for the final flight. So
the finale.
All right, my friend, Mr. Ryan Lauer.
Yes,
tell everybody out in Gotham City how can they get connected to you?
I think let's see. I will say first, the Batman Book Club, my podcast, exploring the Dark Knight Library. Justin Kowalski's been on that. I've lost count. He's been on there a lot. Pete's been on there
a lot. Not as much as Garrett.
Been on there a lot. Haas been on there. Like the Bill's been on there. Javi's been on there. Team BOF's been on there. Check it out if you haven't already. There's plenty of books to choose from. Bill generously posts those on Batman on Film. And then also I do reviews on BOF. I have a new one up. I should say Batman Book Club new episode just dropped. So it's hot, fresh. Stop the press.
The press. What are you talking
Pete
about?
And I talk about new comics in February. Up. It's always spoiler free. I never mentioned that it's spoiler free, and I actually told someone I was talking to of like, because they were like, I'm not up to date, so I don't listen. It's spoiler free, and it's kind of a preview because you have DC Universe Infinite Ultra.
Yes,
like it's a preview of this is what you should read because it's going to be dropping. It's a really funny thing to do. End of the month recap of what's come out, but it's a preview of what's to come out on the app the following month. So it works both ways. And then I have
those are my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love the recaps. Well, because they get me to actually, I'll sit down and I'll go, okay, fine, I'll read those books. Because you know me, I'm not picking them up weekly or monthly. I read my Batman books based off of what you and Pete talk about.
People who actually do the work.
People who do the work, and then I'll do the light work. And
then you'll do the light work. That's okay. Yeah. That's you're listening. I appreciate it. And then I should say, review dropped for the new issue of The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, #5.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice. And I need to, so today as I'm doing chores, it's my Friday, so I do chores. I will be listening to the Digital Justice episode because I remember when that freaking book came out.
Oh boy.
So I'll probably
that was the last episode. So
yeah.
enjoy.
So I'll get through that, and I'll get through the February reading list. So.
I'll get through that. I'll get through it. No, it's okay. I understand. I do.
Those will be the ones that hit my ears today. So, all right, y'all. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for being a part.
Thanks for having me, pal.
Of this
always a joy.
long running, this endurance, this marathon of Batman on film, chapter on chapter, Batman 89. You can find me probably on the next episode of this, and I may jump on one of the Batman Forever ones because I'm not running that show. I'll just be a guest. I'll roll up leisurely, like, oh, we're going to talk about Jim Carrey? Sure. I got some thoughts. Thoughts. Val Kilmer, cool. But Michael Keaton is my Batman, and that's where I've landed. And I'm gonna this final episode will come out probably 2026. So, all right. Well, that being said, Batman on film, authoritative, definitive, the original. Batman on film, established 1997. 98. 1998. Batman and Robin came out in 97.
There you go.
That's what happened. And then Bill was like, forget that.
Yeah.
Forget that. I'm starting a web TV.
I'm out of here.
It was a Jet D5s. Batman on film website.
Jet D60s.
It was a G60. That's what I
oh man, what is going on with you?
I'm sorry. I'm almost right. I'm in the ballpark. All right. Give me a break, man. All right. Keep following Batman on Film on X. Visit the website at batman-on-film.com for reviews, podcasts, other stuff, where the information is accurate, it's real, it's coming from the heart of Texas. All right, y'all. Bye.
You have been listening to Batman on Film Chapter by Chapter, a BatmanOnFilm.com podcast revisiting the cinematic adventures of the Dark Knight, scene by scene, chapter by chapter. Follow Jet on Twitter at Batman on Film. For BOF news only, follow at the Batman on Film on Twitter. To become a BOF patron, go to patreon.com/Batman on Film. To advertise on BOF, visit advertisecast.com/Batman on Film. For Jet and Team BOF, I'm announcer Rachel. Authoritative, definitive, the original. Batman on Film. Established in 1998.
Batman flying night sky. Jet had a dream, now we're flying high. Since 98, it's been online. All the Bat fans gather and shine. Dark nights and Gotham tales, rockets with stories and never fail. We love the Bat. Right from the start, Batman on film, straight to our heart. Jet's on the mission, spreading the word. Every bat flick, every unheard. Classic tales and brand new Batman movies bring shades of blue. From the Joker's laugh to the hero's call, Batman time, standing tall. We love the Bat, right from the start. Batman on film, straight to our heart. That family full of cheer. Since 98 we feel the thrill, keeping the Bat vibes alive still. We love the Bat right from the start. Batman on film, straight to our heart.